Oh, people have been looking into glitter to see what it's made out of, and it appears it may be made out of humans? What? Yeah, there's been some investigating done, and they're finding out that glitter, they say that it's made of microplastics, but when they put it under a microscope, it has the exact same look as that of ashes of a human. Oh, goody. So people were trying to figure out who the main buyers were of glitter. So they went to the two main glitter factories and asked them, and they said, you wouldn't want to know, we're never telling you. So they investigated more, and they found out that their main buyers are morgues and crematories. Fun! More and more people are looking at ashes that they have, and they're looking under a microscope, and they are looking identical to that of what glitter looks like under a microscope.
I mean, he's not qualified to be doing this. He is. I mean, you have to look at the vice president very seriously. And you compare him and J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance, #1 at Yale, you know, the whole thing. I mean, high academic. I mean, J.D. is doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, and he was with us on the yesterday. Joined us from the Washington D.C. area. One of the things about Fox and Friends, we've been doing this show for like 28 years. But one.
So you say during the war you can't have elections. So let me just say 3.5 years from now. So you mean if we happen to be in a war with somebody, no more elections? Oh, that's good. I wonder what the fake.
You like this idea?
No, this is like.
We're going to go over how the government controls us, pretty much. So the first way is the camera. It worships visibility and it rewards the performance of self. The goal of the government with the camera is just to collapse the soul into the gaze of others. It replaces presence with a curated image, trains citizens to flinch at their unedited self, and turns memory into monetizable footage. It converts every sacred act into content and normalizes surveillance as affirmation and makes the selfhood a public interface, not an internal process. So that way you're easily manipulated. The other part is the feed, right? The thing you might have even found this video on, right? It worships stimulation. Right? And it rewards constant reaction. And the goal of the government here is just to prevent stillness, thought, or metabolization. It leaves no room for grief, silence, or mystery at all. It forces the nervous system into overdrive and makes rest feel like irrelevance. The goal is to destroy the contemplative space. I want you all to catch it. The goal of the feed is to destroy the contemplative space. It buries truth under endless scroll, and it keeps emotional states looped.
Ever wonder why your printer refuses to print black and white unless it has yellow ink? Yeah, that's not a glitch, that's surveillance. Your printer ain't just out of ink, it's out of spy juice. Color laser printers embed microscopic yellow dots on every page you print. And those dots aren't for color, they're for tracking you. This ain't some theory, this is confirmed. Documents, research, whistleblowers, all public. We're not telling you to hide *T. We're telling you you've already been exposed and you were never told.
Wait, what do you mean yellow dots? I've never seen yellow dots.
Because they're microscopic, Stewie. You need a blue LED light or a microscope to see them. They're printed in a tight grid on every single sheet. They encode your printer's serial number, its make and model, the exact date and time it printed. It's like printing your F***cooking fingerprint with every document.
Okay, but who the hell made that a thing?
The fastest cooking teen U.S. Secret Service. That's who. Back in the 90s, they got scared of counterfeit money. So instead of fixing anything, they struck backdoor deals with printer companies, HP, Canon, Xerox, Epson, all of them. They agreed to build in surveillance tech and keep it quiet. That's why you've never seen a no-name printer. They're not allowed. If it can't track you, it can't be sold.
Okay, but my printer's black and white, no yellow ink. I'm safe, right?
Oh, you sweet idiot. Monochrome printers snitch too, just differently. They embed toner tracking patterns, store metadata in headers, keep job logs even offline, ping Wi-Fi logs when connected. They ain't printing dots, they're writing your name in the margins with invisible ink.
So even if I unplug it,
it remembers. The fastest, quick, and non-volatile memory stores your last jobs. The second you plug back in, boom, snitch activated. That's how they caught reality winner NSA contractor. They didn't catch her from what she said, they caught her from the yellow dots on the paper.
Jesus Christ, every paper I've printed
Has your machine's ID baked into it. Every resume, every doc, every flyer, you left your printer's signature on it. And when the feds come knocking, they don't need to ask who printed it. The page already told them.
Okay, but like, how the hell do we stop this?
That's the kicker. You can't. They made it mandatory. Inkjet printers, snitch with yellow dots. Laser printers, snitch with toner tracking. And no-name brands, banned. Welcome to the surveillance supply chain, Stewie. Where the $40 printer you bought at Walmart is a federal informant. You thought the scam was overpriced ink. Nah, that's just the fee to access the snitch. You fill it with spy fluid, it refuses to work without yellow because yellow is how it tags you. And the printer's thirsty, bro. Next time your printer screams low yellow ink while you're just trying to print your fat asterisk-kicking resume, just know it's not broken, it's doing its job. Tracking, labeling, snitching. And the moment you hit print, that page belongs to them, not you. Ever wonder why your printer refuses to print black and white? Don't you fucking get it, people? They're not planning to kill privacy. They're fucking doing it right now. Not next year. Not next month. Now. The European Union is literally voting on a law called chat control. It gives the state and corporations the legal right to scan every single message you send before the person even kecking receives it. That's not safety. That's mass surveillance. This kills the whole idea of encryption and private fucking messages.
Wait, every text? Like even memes?
Yes, Stewie. Even memes. You sext your girl? They see it. You send a picture of your cat? They see it. They're gonna act like it's about child safety, but it's about control. Always has been. And this virus is spreading. The U.S. has its own version, the Kids Online Safety Act, KOSA, and now the Screen Act. Sounds friendly, right? But under the hood, it gives the feds the same backdoor to your private messages. WhatsApp has already said they'd rather pull out of Europe than comply.
So if the companies don't fight back, what happens?
Then your phone becomes a fastest-kicking cop. Everything you send gets scanned, flagged, logged, and maybe handed to some unelected bureaucrat or AI model. Oh, and VPNs? They're already being banned in parts of the UK. YouTube? Just straight up blocking VPN access to people now. And don't think this is just social media. Rockstar, yes, the GTA guys are already testing ID verification and even face scans for GTA 6 online. You want to play with your boys? Better upload your driver's license and smile for the camera.
Wait. Face scans for a video game? That's insane.
Yeah. Because once they normalize it there, it slides into everything. You want to message someone? Upload ID. You want to watch YouTube? Upload ID. You want to exist online? Upload ID. And the UK Online Safety Act is the blueprint. They roll it out there, then copy-paste it across the West. So wake the *CK up. This isn't about kids. It's about building a permanent surveillance internet where anonymity is illegal, where everything is tracked, monetized, and weaponized. And if you don't comply, you're offline, exiled, erased. I do not wish to fearmonger, but please see how detrimental this is. And yeah, you're not going to see this on your feed for long. That's why NSL exists. If you want to support me and keep NSL alive, cop something at nslsupply.com. The merch is fire, the gadgets are coming soon, and it keeps me going. Please stay vigilant. They'll be posting more often. I had to deal with some important IRL duties. Love you all. Stay NSL. Don't you fucking get it, people? They're not planning to kill privacy.
Welcome back to class. Today's lesson tackles the phrase, if black people are so great, then why were they conquered? Well, why and how has anyone ever been conquered? Because conquest is not proof of superiority. It's usually proof of deep insecurity, greed, and fear. And let's be clear, human history is a long one, long enough for every race, region, and empire to rise and fall. The Romans fell, the Persians, Chinese dynasties, Aztec kingdoms, Greek city-states, they all fell, and surprise, surprise. Did you know that African empires existed, thrived, and fell as well? Mali, Ghana, Songhai, Nubia, Axiom, Great Zimbabwe, all powerful empires that in the span of human existence once existed in powerful splendor for over hundreds of years and then ultimately fell. So the power structures that we see today aren't permanent truths. They're just snapshots in time, because a fall from power is not a reflection of worth. And let's underscore that one does not colonize a place that has nothing. You colonize because there is enough value for you to go to war and risk your entire life over it, whether that's the land or people and or what they harness. And let's talk about what it actually means to be strong, and this idea that Africans were conquered because they were weak. It does not take a genius to kill pillage, enslave, or erase, because violence is primitive. Empathy, however, is evolved. It's a very fundamental component that humans pride themselves on having in order to separate themselves from all other animals. Though actions do speak louder than words, there's an African American saying that goes, "You are lucky we're only asking for equality and not revenge," because the real strength is choosing to love over retaliation. It's building in the face of destruction. It's forgiving when the world tells you to rage. And
do you know that when doctors are being prepared for war, they send those doctors to hospitals in black communities in particular? Because the type of trauma that those doctors are going to experience in war-torn countries, that's the type of trauma they're going to see in black communities. Understand the logic here. Disinvestment, trauma, crime. Investment, healthy, whole, and safe. I want healthy, whole, and safe. And that requires me to invest in those communities. The Sustainable Community Schools model is the model for the future. Remember, we're coming out of an era of privatization, school closures, the dismantling of the workforce. Now we're moving in a direction where the community actually gets to play a part in the overall direction of how a school shows up for that particular community. Don't you think that's a worthwhile investment to ensure that parents are empowered in the direction of their child's education? Don't you think that's the best type of investment where children actually receive full wraparound services, particularly in neighborhoods where trauma is quite pervasive and rampant? And so these circumstances and conditions in which too many people are living in, I don't want people to take this lightly and for granted. That to question our investment in communities that have been historically disinvested in, I actually find that to be, quite frankly, if I'm being dishonest, I actually find it to be appalling. We should never question when we're investing in people who are barely breaking even every single day. The cumulative wealth of black folks is $0, and people are questioning whether or not we should invest in those communities. So I'm going to continue to do that, and we're going to continue to work with the state of Illinois to make sure that, this headline one day reads that the state of Illinois showed up for the people of Chicago with $1.6 billion. I think.
Why haven't we overthrown the Decepticons yet? Let's be clear. It's not a conspiracy if it's documented. It's not paranoia if they admit it in PDF files and documents and leaked memos. And overthrowing the government, it's not illegal. It's in the Constitution. It's a duty when a system stops serving the people and starts destroying them. So let's talk receipts. Number one, mind control and psychological manipulation. Let's start with media propaganda. Operation Mockingbird from the 1940s to the 1970s. It was a CIA program that infiltrated major US news outlets. Journalists were literally on payrolls to shape narratives. And it's still happening. Intelligence officers now retire into media commentary. Fox, CNN, MSNBC. They all platform former agents as experts. The news is framed to trigger fear, divide the public, and manufacture consent for war, surveillance, and oppression. You're not informed, you're programmed. Let's talk about educational indoctrination. Public schooling was modeled after the Prussian system, designed to make obedient workers and soldiers, not independent thinkers. Critical race theory, actual black history. LGTA 6, because it's too many letters. History. Labor movements, all whitewashed and erased. Standardized tests aren't about intelligence. They're about conformity. And then there's MK Ultra. Ran from the 1950s to 1973. Using LSD, trauma, isolation, hypnosis, and abuse on US citizens without consent. Documents were destroyed, but survivors' testimonies and lawsuits forced partial disclosure. Project ended on paper, but evolved into digital control, media psyops, and algorithmic nudges, modern equivalents, behavioral insight teams, social media manipulation, predictive programming in film and music. And that's all just number one. 2, food as a weapon. Let's talk about engineered toxins. The US allows 400 to 500 chemicals in our food that's banned in other countries. The FDA allows hundreds of chemicals such as Red 40, Yellow 5, BHT, BVO, in US food, and they're linked to cancer, infertility, mood disorders, and neurodevelopmental delays in children and adults. Natural flavors equal a chemical cocktail. Did you know companies can classify ingredients as generally recognized as safe to skip FDA approval? This enables hidden exposure to industrial chemicals that bypass public scrutiny. There's food subsidies and access. Government subsidies favor corn, soy, and sugar, not fresh produce. The result? Junk food is cheaper than real food.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, where are you from? Israel?
Yes. Yes.
I'm from Palestine. Relax. I'm from Palestine. I'm a human like you.
Free Israel.
Free Israel? From what? You don't like Palestine?
No, Palestine.
Hey, I know you're from TikTok,
I literally didn't even say a word. What just happened? Hello, where are you from?
From Israel.
Oh, you're from Israel.
I see in YouTube. I don't want to believe IDF of Israel. They do things like you said. It's messed me up.
I know. I don't want to believe it either, but it's the truth. Wasn't it an accident to bomb a school, a refugee camp, and a hospital? They're killing kids every single day. There are kids with bullet shots in their skulls. You see x-rays come out of Gaza with bullets literally in children's skulls. You know how disgusting that is? They are targeting them. When you see a bullet in a kid's head, that is targeted. Was that an accident?